Hello everyone, welcome back to the discussion of the headlines of the day from the Hindu newspaper dated February 23, 2022. As far as General Studies Paper 1 is concerned, there are no headlines which are relevant to GS Paper 1 today. We'll switch to the discussion of GS Paper 2 and then GS Paper 3. If we talk about General Studies Paper 2, so I want you to take a look on page number 1, page number 6, and page number 11. All these are relevant to the same issue, the Russia Ukraine crisis. This is coming from page number 1, this is coming from page number 6, and this is coming from page number 11. With this, you need to have an awareness that what are the latest developments along Ukraine's eastern border, also the background of the Russia Ukraine conflict, and what will Russian recognition of breakaway Ukraine regions mean, and what is the role of Minsk agreement in this context. Also, make sure you analyze that India's position on this particular situation. What would that be? Next, on page number 1, we see this coming from the topic of polity and governance. It says panel on AFSPA removal misses 45-day deadline. Now, what is AFSPA? AFSPA is Armed Forces Special Powers Act. Okay. Now, you need to know what does AFSPA mean, what is the disturbed area, and who has the power to declare a disturbed area, and which states are or had come under this act anytime, and how has this act been received by the people. Moreover, why are the states in the northeast against it? Okay. Next, on page number 3, we see this relates to the welfare schemes. It says that DDA to allot housing to 679 JJ households. And next says midday meals will resume after 100% attendance. Make sure you know about the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana scheme, its aims and beneficiaries, features, and the components of the scheme. Next, you need to study about the midday meal scheme, the coverage, issues and challenges, and also the way forward related to the scheme. Now, on page number 4, this headline says that Tamil Nadu defends Vanyar quota law in Supreme Court. With this, you need to be aware that who are the Vanyars, why did the Madras High Court quash the 10.5% special internal reservation provided by Tamil Nadu government to the Vanyars. Also, what is the stand of Tamil Nadu government and what lies ahead of the way forward. Next, on page number 6, this again deals with polity and governance. It says that untangling Kerala's Lokayukta controversy. Make sure you are aware that what are the proposed changes in the Lokayukta Act of the Kerala state. Next, the controversy surrounding the amendment to the Lokayukta Act of Kerala, Lokayukta's current powers, and how does Lokayukta's work in the states. And also why the Lokpal and Lokayukta issue has always generated intense debate in the country, plus the key features of Lokpal and Lokayukta Act of 2013, what is the jurisdiction of Lokpal, need of the Lokpal, and limitations. At the same time, make sure you know the way forward. On page number 7, the headline says Biden is risking his Indo Pacific strategy. Now, you need to know that what is the United States' strategic framework for the Indo Pacific, also aims and objectives, and how does it affect India's interest. Next, on page number 8, this is again coming from the topic of polity and governance. It says Jammu and Kashmir Delimitation Panel gets 2 months extension. With this, you need to know that what is the present status of the Delimitation Commission, which was set up to redraw the assembly constituencies of Jammu and Kashmir. Also, please make a note about the delimitation process and why it is needed. Next, on page number 11, these articles are again relevant to the welfare schemes. It says that schemes for COVID 19 orphans extended. The next article says child welfare schemes saw a hike of 390%, says Irani. Now, you need to know about the PM Care scheme for children orphaned due to the COVID 19 pandemic, also its coverage and the significance. Next, you need to be aware of the budgetary allocations for the children centric scheme of the governments. Next, on page number 6, this is relevant to General Studies Paper 3 from the topic of economy. The headline says a new measure of inflation is brewing on the horizon. You need to know what is Consumer Price Index, CPI, the types of CPI, and how the basket of commodities and the weights are selected, plus the loopholes associated with it. Furthermore, you should know what is the new index alternative to CPI, which is provided by the UK government's Office of National Statistics, and how index certainly gained this prominence. So that's all from today's newspaper and for the headlines of the day. You guys take care and thank you. Keep smiling.